Published in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we are recording a week early. But anyways, it's just an interesting market. There's, I predominantly do farms, but I also do a lot of residential, commercial stuff too, just small stuff or people just buying houses and that. And like, I tried to put an offer for someone twice now in the last week. I think I might have shared about one already where there was, 11 offers. Yesterday again, I put an offer in for somebody, no subjects, cash offer, over asking. Somebody paid way more. There again, it's specific. And it's just a weird market in that there's there's definitely buyers in the price point, but they're not aligned. So like, you see all these detached homes for $1 million, 1.1, 1.2. Now, just for those of you listening, this is in Chilliwack, Abbotsford market where, there's definitely homes selling for $1 million. If you're in the 800,000 detached market and it's a nice home, it's selling right away. If it's 700 in a smaller house, it's still selling. Like the one we put an offer on was in the 600s, tiny house, weird shape.
Crazy because people in Alberta or other places
are scratching their weary head, wondering what's going on.
Like, I'm not moving there.
Yeah, I mean, I do have this belief in business and in real estate in general is that you are better off to overpay in a very desirable spot always than get a deal in an outlier area. Like a lot of times people, like I've seen it.
But if you're 20 years old and you're making 90 grand a year.
Yeah, you're not going to buy a house in Chilliwack, but I'm just saying you also don't want to go into a weird spot, like even in this area, don't go to an outlying like Hope.
Okay, yeah.
Because you'll overpay in Hope.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right?
You would still be better to Alberta.
And then find a desirable area in Alberta and just pay a lot of money in that spot and you'll still be protected over the course of time. People don't realize that. There again, obviously not everyone wants to live in an urban area, but I'm just saying, as opposed to living in the sticks out in like way south of Fort McLeod or something, which is fine if that's where you want to be. But I'm just saying value-wise, you would still be better off buying right in Lethbridge or
value-wise
right
in
Calgary.
Like in terms of like
being protected long-term.
Okay, being protected long-term.
Because people that come from our area tend to go to like Salmon Arm or East Coast. I've seen it many different times and they overpay, right? Because they're going to a market they don't know, and they're coming with a lot of money, and the realtor that is in the new area sees someone coming from the West Coast, and everything's cheap here. Well, and it happens where all of a sudden you have to sell again in 2 years, or you know what, you made a deal with your wife where one of you, you're trying a place. So
what you're saying is in your geographical area of 100 kilometers or whatever, like get
buy an expensive spot if you can afford to.
Yeah.
If you can't, totally right. And
you're saying that as to protect yourself long term. But if you value being in the sticks,
remote, that's fine.
Or whatever.
But the pool is so much smaller of people that want to be in the sticks that when you sell, you can own something for like, I think I shared this story and maybe I haven't, but like I bought a little commercial property with Steve, buddy who I work with, we're partners. Like we bought something in Quesnel. We bought it 2 years ago or whatever. We paid exactly the same as what it sold for in 2007. So it's like,
I did the same thing. I bought property in Fort McLeod, commercial property, and I sold it.
Now the cap rates are high, the returns are high. If you go to like
the
up there, the rent return is
value.
great. Yeah, like we were at 10%. Like it's a fat cap rate, but that's all you're getting from that thing. It's not going to go up 5 times like something in the Fraser Valley might. Right now, in this same market where I'm talking about multiple offers on houses, there's a lot of people that are in deep trouble. There's foreclosures. Like the number of foreclosures is climbing. In Ontario, it's really climbing. In BC, I feel like we're a little more protected. I feel like there was more speculation in towns like Brantford and, all these.
Way more people in Ontario.
GTA. Yeah, but just a lot of weird stuff that happened in real estate, right? Just pure speculation, right? And people just paying insane amounts of money in a brief window of time. And there is like a lot of, like I watched a marketplace, CBC Marketplace documentary a while ago on like the fraud in the mortgage industry. And like, obviously most mortgage brokers are not doing that, but there are some that do. And that creates people buying things that just should not be buying things.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Anything else you want to say? That
is this a short podcast?
No, we're at a half hour already.
Okay. Yeah, you got an important meeting to us.
This Saturday, the 5th, my podcast with Matt Keynes is coming out.
Okay.
And it is dynamite. And so if you're listening to this, definitely check that out. Coming out this Saturday.
Another important thing.
Yes.
Today, because this is April
2nd.
Free dinner, Heritage Park.
Oh, yeah.
Beekman Auctions, Lord willing.
I really enjoyed working for
I always feel a little weird doing prophesying about the future on this podcast, but
we're talking about how like I'm working for Gary for 2 days, so that would have been yesterday and the day before. So
yeah. Anyways, that's what I mean. You want to be a little careful, but the plans of men are what they are. But anyway, so yeah, feel free to come out to Heritage Park, eat dinner. on Beekman Auctions.
Yeah.
The auction closes tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on the Wednesday.
Yeah. And if you're listening to this, check out the survey link in the description of the podcast here. Take that survey, get a chance to win. Awesome program. And good feedback as well there to give. So thanks for listening, guys.
Have a great week.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.